screen. There we go. I said too big of a word and just completely killed the stream. No, OBS said it died. I don't know what I did. OBS was just like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not having it anymore. I'm like, ruh-roh. I'm rapidly needing I'm gonna rapidly need to upgrade my computer here. Imbibe, regally rotund. Oh, it's been too loud the entire time, hasn't it? I thought... Oh, no, it defaulted back to what it was at when it crashed. Yeah, okay. That's what happened there, because I thought I turned it down. Okay, wait. We gotta do the checklist again. I realize I'm starting the stream again. That's it, it's done crashing. Okay, so the volume's at the right side. The mic is still good. The stream title is also off. This is why we double check these. Okay. So it reset to... Interesting. There we go. Okay, mic seems to be okay. And then this stuff. Oh, failed to update. Well, hopefully it's still... Ruh-roh. OBS hasn't having problems here. Okay, the stream is... Okay, what did the title? Okay, Stream Elements just picked it up again. Wow, that crashed hard. Okay, it seems to be running. Seems to be running okay. It wouldn't let me update the stream title, but... Yeah, I was watching a Giga video where somebody asked, like, oh, what would you do to improve the platform? And she was saying, like, adding an ability to notify people of, like, hey, I'm doing something else now. Instead of the, like... It's like when you're done with just chatting and, like, oh, I'm actually starting the game. So... It does. I'm pretty, like, it is... It says I've only been live for 2 minutes. So yeah, it fully crashed. It's a new year now? Just because it's July. It hit a, the midpoint of the year was actually a turnover to a new year. I mean, we are in the second half of the year now. It's a new year because OBS crashed. Okay, you can't spend points on the community goal. Okay, that's why you were asking if it counts as a new stream. Okay, so apparently not that, Oh, there we... Okay. Brainoid chipped in some money to finish it up. Well, I guess now I gotta play Minecraft. I guess I don't need to boot it up right now that it's 2 in the morning, but... I guess I kind of have some time. Oh no! You're not a fan of me boot? Well, I was like, I'm not gonna boot up Minecraft right now. I think this would be a... Because I know people are closer to, like, going to bed now instead of ready to rock some Minecraft. But I am just gonna be hanging out, waiting for my couch to come tomorrow. So... Yeah, not a fan of watching Minecraft streams. Only lurking FPS Minecraft streams. I will admit, I am the same way. I was just trying to come up with some kind of community goal, and there seemed to be some... Well, it's just because I made a video recently taking a dump on Minecraft that I was like, well, now I gotta play Minecraft, right? I went here and said, we're gonna do better than Minecraft. So, now I gotta play it. And together there's a couple other people that are interested in Minecraft. But no, I don't think I would make it a recurring thing like I have been trying vaguely to do with like FTL. This would be a one-off thing. I'm not gonna start being a Minecraft streamer. I'm not that interested in it. So community goal to play uninviting together. I'd be down for that too. Yeah, I'd be down for doing some multiplayer games. I don't get a chance to do that very often. Yeah, some community multiplayer stuff, like playing Peak or something, I think would be... Clearly you have to go with the pun and say Peak. So, yeah, hit us with a scheduled day so we don't miss it. It'd be Fridays. Fridays is when I tend to do games. So, hell yeah to Peak as well. Oh, Funbase played Inviting, but never tried the multiplayer version. Okay. I think I tested it. And figured out I was very bad at that one minigame. If I remember correctly. Oh, I just need 3 different kinds of beans. I think I did a second very round bean. So I guess I could do more of this kind of... Oh, maybe we do that. Maybe we do that kind of bean and then do the frequency game. Yeah. Like I said, I was very bad at that. The frequency minigame. Improved it a little bit and added multiplayer support in the post-game version. Can start the Minecraft server. Anyone who wants to join would have to give me the Minecraft player name for the whitelist. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like I would have to make sure that I, because I don't remember which account I have as my like active Minecraft account and whatnot. So yeah, definitely not doing Minecraft right now, but I'm thinking next Friday. There's a way to do like a public calendar, because I know I've used that for like well, that's another thing I could do is... Because I know I have on Twitch, I have my, like, here's my schedule. But that does not have exactly what I'm doing. And I'm not going to go through and modify that to be, here's what the exact schedule is. So I wonder if there is like a streaming calendar I can make through Google. Okay, let's slap that in my upgrade stuff. Yeah, there. I got too many tabs open for my like stream upgrades. I think from like here onward, or here onward, I think is all like stuff I want to do to upgrade the stream. Because this is doing restream, this is doing multi-streaming stuff, and this is doing click map stuff. And then this was setting up like a button so that I could get clips off the stream a little easier. That's all something I should... Oh, that's... Yeah. I can put that down as another thing on the... It's most recent to-do list. Oh, there we go. Okay, upgraded the stream. There we go. But in case ping is too bad for you, someone else would have to host. Or the full SMP things get scrapped. I'm hoping it isn't. I don't know how bad this stream is. But again, like I said, I bet it's the Minecraft multiplayer stuff. Okay, so give me a big long bean. Actually, so I think more like... Oh, there. No, that gives me a nice long bean. You are centered, right? Where's the center? Here. Okay, I guess it was centered. Oops. Like the middle of the bean, actually. Okay, and then I think give me like a... Ooh, like the black one. Give me that black bean. With the curve to it. That'll be a nice... There we go. And then I'm gonna have beans as the bits. Okay, so now we do... Ah, wait. Can I mirror it? That's not the color that I picked. Excuse me. I copied it to the clipboard and then I never pasted it. Actually, wait. Is there anything going on? I don't think I have. I don't think I have like literally anything going on. Yeah, a public calendar would be a very good idea to get going because there's like private calendar things that I don't really want to blast out to the entire stream. Oh, I'm thinking the Pirate Software Jam, which I'm not gonna do, but that's this coming month here. So no, I have literally nothing else going on. Yeah. Stream is connecting me to Twitch, but connecting to a Minecraft server is a different story. Yeah. No, this is what I keep saying is that I'm like, oh yeah. The server is going to be Minecraft, not... Who's prototyping your idea? Because I was just saying I'm not doing the Pirate Software Jam. I think I might still do the GMTK Game Jam, but I'm not going to do the Pirate Software one. Because it's both A, long, and B, Pirate Software is got a lot of drama going on right now. With his didn't really look at the Stop Killing Games initiative and just said, it's bad, it's dumb, they can eat my whole ass. And then proceeded to never update his ideas or thoughts or opinion, despite many people saying, hey, you've got it all wrong. This looks sort of mean. A little thicker around. That's looking a little better, bean-wise. Yeah, and I'm sitting here trying very much to not prototype other ideas. I keep having other ideas, and I'm like, no, we're gonna finish a game. It's gonna be hard for me to do that, but I'm going to do it. There we go, I'm putting way too much effort into this. Do I want to add like a shadow? Kind of. Should I? No, not really. I don't need to. Nobody's gonna give a single... Oh, I am flying fluff. Yeah, okay, I say I don't curse all that much, but really, I just censor it with other nonsense words. There's still a good amount of cursing. Yeah, because these have some gradients to them. I do want to do outlines for these. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. So, like, I don't feel like I'm putting in enough effort to make this look good, but also these are gonna be so small and hard to see what they are anyway that I don't know that I need to do a ton. Oh, there we go. I was just looking at the layers and saying, why isn't it Well, and are you talking prototyping the, idle game, crafty, buildy, tower defense idle something or other? Because I am not a tower defense guy. The one time I tried to make a tower defense, it did not go well. That was the last GMTK Game Jam, and it did not turn out well. I thought making just like a one-dimensional tower defense thing wouldn't be too bad, and then I spent too much time on the art trying to make that cohesive that I did not end up with a game, good or otherwise. Well, and it was definitely in the otherwise camp. When was the last game jam I did? I was trying to do more game jams for a while there, but now I'm like on the other end of... No, I don't need to be doing so many game jams. Probably down to jam? Yeah, I think it was down to jam. Yeah, it was definitely down to jam because it was the roller coaster. But good night, have fun sleeping. Have fun preparing for Minecraft. Like I said, I'll probably do it on Friday. But I think I might also set up a like public calendar too. That might make me a little more accountable for like actually doing game development or actually doing a presentation or actually doing what I say I'm gonna do instead of aggressively doing nothing. But yes, it was down to jam. And I was looking at my portfolio, which is also a thing I want to do, is update my portfolio. Although I was surprised, because I'm really only behind by one game. It's only missing one game on my personal portfolio. It's felt less necessary to update this, because I'm like, I am not actively looking for a job. Or I have a job, and I'm not actively looking for a new one, because the, when Microsoft is laying off 9,000 employees, I'm like, yeah, no, there's so many other people who actually have years of work experience that are looking for jobs that, that I could probably, I don't know, it's sort of still in development. I could also sort of throw it into 2024. That was kind of more of a last year project. Okay, so did I want to add any more, like, shadows or anything to these beans? They look a little too simple. It feels like I want to add some kind of shadow. He's not necessary. Nobody's going to care. I'm gonna care, and that's the important part. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna want it to be. Oh, yeah. Oddly enough, the shadow should be on top of this. I don't think this is actually properly how you're supposed to do shadows. But that's kind of what I picked up. Like, well, if I just kind of do a different opacity. Okay, yeah, no, that probably was a little too much. And then I guess I could add some shine to the other end of the bean. Yeah, the black bean is really going to be hard to see any kind of shadow. But I think that was a game that was on... Oh, yeah. I haven't gotten to... Well, yeah, and I'm not going anywhere tomorrow either. So... Just if they're gonna dump my couch in the middle of the day at some point, well then I'm like, I don't want to go shopping at the store or anything. But I've gone to Target a couple times for like groceries and stuff, and it was also a good excuse to see if they had a Switch 2, and I have not found a Switch 2. I mean, doing a big purchase like a computer, I probably don't also need to throw a big purchase like a Switch 2 on top of that. But they're both like investment kind of things. It's not like I'm gonna be needing to get another Switch 2 or another computer. It's just gonna hurt to do a back-to-back, like an expensive new computer and also a Switch 2. Is this anything? Like shadows and shading and stuff is not a strong suit. I am not... No, I have not put in a lot of effort to learn art. Yeah, I keep being specific about my wording, because if I say, like, I am not an artist, it's like, no, no, no. It's just a matter of what you've... it's just, I have not put in a lot of effort into art. Okay, so some kind of texturing or something. There's like random spots on these. I don't actually... Is this a garbanzo bean? We're not even gonna look it up. I'm just kind of picking random beans. I'm making random beans. That's the thing too, is you get hit with the night, like the goodbye, good night, and then go, oh wait. It's because I want to raid people. I'm like, I want to say, hey look, I have an audience of people, let's go raid. And then the answer's always like, oh, it's too late for that. Everybody's left, said good night. It's always one of those like weird, disheartening things of like, I thought I had people in the stream, and then I end the stream and there's nobody around. But it's like, it's because everybody went to bed, bud. It's late. I mean, it also might be that Dishonored might not be the most interesting thing for a lot of people. If my focus has been mostly game development, whipping out an entirely different game. Maybe that's the training the audience for, like, it's a variety. You're gonna get a variety of content and you're gonna like it. Gary, you were gonna eat your dessert and you were gonna like it. That's what it is. You were gonna watch me play Minecraft and you were gonna like it. This is not... This is a threat. Bean. I kind of liked the curve I had going, so maybe we just jam the color in... Shoot, which color was it? I was gonna say, that's a straight up white. Okay, that'll be way too much time spent on making beans that all of nobody is going to see. Okay, well there was an attempt. An attempt was made. That's kind of how I live my life. A good attempt was made. No, no, no. Not at all. An attempt was made. Distinctly, not a good attempt. An attempt. I think ideally, you do a thing enough that any attempt becomes a good attempt. Oh, I added a white shade on that one. So let's add a white shade on the rest of these. This is certainly a way to do pixel art. Like I said, a good way to do pixel art? Debatable, I don't know. But it is a way to do pixel art. Kind of that white seems kind of aggressive on that black bean, but it's fine. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to be thorough. I think that's really what it is. It's a matter of I need. Oh shoot! Because if I I could export. Okay, so I could just resize it. And then just export an image. So let's do that. So 112. Don't resize the canvas. Oh yes, no, resize the canvas content. We resize it, and then we hit export. Just the select frame. There we go. Bean bits 1. Bean bits 2. I do like plants. Yeah, and that's what I was doing this morning. Is my money tree has gotten a pretty aggressive lean to it since I moved to this new apartment. So I nailed up. I took a nail and a piece of twine, and then used that to pull my money tree up into like a little better of a position. I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if it'll grow into a better position, but I'm kind of hoping that I can slowly train it to move back up and stand straighter. It's because where I have it, like for it to get sunlight, it needs to pull to the side, but there's other big plants that are also in the way, so it's like I can't really give it more light to stand straighter. Okay, so that is the bean bits. So now I can take the bean bits and throw them on here. And then I can go to bed. Then we do this bean. I feel like this is the best bean. This was just such a big bean. I could shrink this bean. Maybe that's what I do. It's not gonna be easy to shrink it. I could do this and then go up to the big bean. Maybe we do that. Okay, do I want this emote? Just give me bean 1. Bean 1. And then I'm not gonna get blamed myself here. And then bean 2. We'll do that bean. Bean 2. And then bean 3. Ta-da, beans. All beans. Okay, there, I filled them all out. I did all the things. I need to actually set up a Twitch alert to get that going. But still, all the things I did. I did all the things. And it's getting close to 8:30. I could probably call it quits. I do have this drink to finish. Shoot, I do have this drink to finish. So now what nothing do I want to do? Yeah, like figuring out a public calendar I think I want to do in private to then figure out what I want to make public. I'm not going to finish the presentation right now. Not going to do that presentation right now either. I think I'm ready to just kind of play something, but I think getting sucked into Dishonored would be a bit. I could do some UFO 50. Those are pretty quick to whip through. Or I could do a run of FTL. I could stick with some FTL. I could do some getting over it with Bended Body as well. Oh, and then did I actually want to continue with Animal Will? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't want to start anything right now. So I could do FTL. I did FTL the other day. Maybe we do some getting over it with Bennett Potty. And again, we're gonna just continue to. Oh yeah, I'm thinking like, oh, it's time to go to bed, and I'm just now hearing the fireworks. It's like, no, wait, there might be. Okay, at any rate, I think I'm gonna take a piss. And then see what I want to actually do. Yeah, okay, I'm hearing the fireworks. I'm like, I might be staying up later than I think. Okay, so now I cranked it from sitting to standing, and then still got hit with a yawn. So I might be playing something for a while, if which I don't know. There's no like friendly friends or online, are there? I could jump myself in here. I kinda want to play some Night Rain actually. Oh, that does require other people, doesn't it? Kinda. Maybe we do some Night Rain? I haven't... When was the last time I played that? I haven't tried the single player. Maybe we try the single player. Oh, there is a friendo playing Night Rain right now. Okay, so I guess, I lied. Instead of getting over it, we do some Night Rain. I was gonna say, you better pick it up even if it does say Elden Ring Night Rain. No, we're gonna continue to stay aggressively doing nothing. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I manually modify these. Oh, it just completely borked on everything. There we go. Okay, so now... Hey, there we go. It did update. And then I hit the button 3 times because I look at the title and that doesn't tend to be the case. Oh, so... La musica. Silencio, por favor. Yeah, so night rain as it turns to night. Sounds like a good idea. See, it's like when the stream crashed, it gave me a glimpse as to like, wait a second, there's multiple people here. And now, half an hour later, everybody's gone, right? And 4, that's more than nobody. But now that I started a game, though, now that I'm going to be distracted by Elden Ring Night Rain. Yeah, because I only ever fought like 1 or 2 of the bosses. I didn't actually get to... Well, please don't reset both of my monitors completely and fully. That's obnoxious. Man, I was excited to get a new computer tomorrow. But I'll be excited to get a new couch, too. We'll see. It'll be interesting, because I think I definitely sitting on that couch today was hurting my back. And my back has been hurting for, I think, a solid couple weeks now. But the new couch does have a little, like, center pocket that has a space for, like, putting stuff. Oh, my goodness. That I made a mistake. Okay, I guess OBS is still running. But, oh yeah, okay. My mouse is clamped to this spot here now. I'm gonna just let it load, even if because it's completely goofed out my other screen here, but at least I can kind of read it, so. Got a new couch as well. That's fun. Gonna have 2, about to smush them together into a super couch. Could do the bunk bed couch, a la the Lego movie. You got me concerned here, Night Rain. Are you actually loading? Oop, the mouse is glitching. It does say Bandai Namco, which I think is not, in fact, Namco Bandai. Yeah, looking it up, I think they were Namco Bandai for a while, and now they're Bandai Namco, which is really interesting. I kind of thought that once you pick an ordering, it tends to stay that way. Oh my goodness. It's just all sorts of sizes on my screen. It moved my VTuber too? I guess my OBS window is all sorts of goofed too. Okay, can I close that? Face to face, so it's like a big dog bed. That is a way to do it. I don't know how you're gonna have it so that you can extend the... I guess there's not gonna be leaning back if you have the beds together. Yeah, because you're saying face to face, not back to back. Back to back would let you extend the legs, but if you're doing face to face, then excuse me, Night Rain. Can you resize properly? I'm not gonna play it like this. Okay, mistakes were made. I think I'm just gonna restart this. Yet another indication. It is time for a new computer. Can I show off how unborked my OBS is? No. Okay, now it reset everything. There we go. Okay, so now I'm back in the right spot and I can read everything, and I still have a giant box on the screen. Yeah, and it always hides the audio controls. It's like, here's this giant thing for stats, and I'm like, the only one that I need to care about, at least the only one I care about personally, is whether the stream is live or not. Otherwise, I want to know that the volume is good, because that's the biggest complaint. Yay, box is gone. Okay. Then... Oh, and that's saying I can hit play again. Although I was just thinking, since there was a mention of the last project I did, and if there are people who play Night Rain, that at least I think I should mess with the actually using that little idle desktop roller coaster a little more often. Okay, wait, it's here, and then here, and then builds, and then down to jam. Yeah, okay, and then it's always, I always think that the name of the thing is what I called it, and it's like, no, I called it whatever the jam name was. Yeah, luckily they're going to be taking the old couch as part of the process of giving me a new couch. So I'm looking forward to that just because of the I didn't want to have to deal with getting an entire, like, figuring out how to get rid of an entire couch. Why is it on top of me? Well, here you can stay. Yeah, I think I do want it just corner to corner. There we go. So if anybody new shows up, they'll just be confused on why there's tiny little ducks moving around in the corners of the screen. Oh, the desktop coaster is on top of everything, in fact. Okay. You should not be on top of everything, in fact. You should be under me. There we go. Okay, now let's hit play Night Rain and see what it does. Yeah, I know my one fear about getting the center pocket on the couch was just the fact that I like to flop onto the couch and like lay on the couch sideways, which is not going to happen if I have like a center console on the couch. But the way I use my couch is I have like my you know, the remote for changing the volume and stuff. So it's like I want that near the couch, so having that in a little center console would be nice. And then I just run everything through my laptop. I just use a laptop as my like the way I run the TV. So then it's like I want a mouse there so that I can use the laptop. So having a mouse in that center console would be nice too. It's because it opens it on top of OBS. And then I'm like, but now I can't read OBS. Now I'm completely talking into a void. And I kept thinking that nobody's here, and then I mentioned something about a couch, and I get a comment, and I'm like, but now I want to make sure that I'm looking at OBS. But I can't. Not until Night Rain actually loads something. Then I try moving it over. It's just because I'm staring at a black screen instead of OBS, and nobody say anything. No comments. No nothing. Because I won't see it, and I won't respond. Although, funny enough, I'll probably be disappointed, even if I say no comments, and then not get any comments. The duality of the thing. I have, 11 hours. Well, that's played recently. 20 hours, 16 hours, 43 hours played recently. I'm sitting at 11 hours total. I don't know. Night Rain was interesting, but it wasn't fully grabbing me. But it might also be one of those things of, like, if I put more time into it, it'll probably grab me more. It feels like it's one of those, it's a multiplayer game, so I feel like I should play it with multiple players. And that's not really super possible. Okay, that looks like you messed up my OBS again. I let you load, Night Rain. And then you do this to me. You didn't do this last time, right? This is not what you were doing? Okay, well. So maybe this is a put it on full screen kind of thing instead. So system. Display. I can't even read all the menu options, can I? And that's how it's showing up there. That's not what I want for display, though. Graphics? Aha, there we go. Not full screen, windowed. Or just any other mode that's not full screen. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Keep the current settings. And now, can I do that? Okay, now can I blow it back up to full screen? Maybe borderless windowed? You just want to have it on the primary screen. The primary screen is for OBS, please, not... What? You look like you're entirely different. Did it look this low res? 1920 by 1080, not 12. Something by... Really? Maybe this is why I had not played this. I could have sworn I played this for a bit, and I don't know why it's doing... Okay, go back to full screen then. And then you're gonna mess up everything. Yeah, 1300 by 768, that's not what my screen size is. Why do you think that my screen size is just weird and tiny? I'm weird and tiny. My screen size is 1920 by 1080. Why? It's always when I'm like, I want to kill a little bit of time trying a thing, and then it does this. Where I'm like, I played this already. Why are we doing this? There we go. That's looking like a playable video game, and that looks like it's working on stream. Okay. Holy heckums. Are we actually gonna load? Because I'm also not hearing hardly anything audio-wise. And OBS is also not hearing anything audio-wise. Okay. Now what do I want to yap about? Oh, yeah, because my old couch was pleather. So it's been shedding all sorts of little tiny pleather bits everywhere. And I'll be glad to not have to deal with that anymore for a while. Although I think the new couch is actually leather. Which I probably could have said, hey, no, let's get a couch that's not leather. I don't know. It's one of those weird things where I don't eat meat because I don't want to support that kind of thing, but then getting a leather couch probably is a bit hypocritical. Yeah, I think I'm just not good at convincing other people of things. I'm like, yeah, it's easy for me to not eat meat, but I'm not gonna go convince other people to not eat meat. here I am thinking like, no, I don't want to convince people of things, and then actually do a YouTube channel where I'm like, that's what you're doing. It's like you're doing storytelling to then convince people, or at least the thing I was gonna do was do presentations of storytelling stuff, where I'm like, the marketing for Borderlands 4 sucks, which is kind of convincing people of that, which might not be that hard if there's a lot of other people that agree with that, but that's still kind of a statement that you'd have to agree with or not. I'm okay with offline mode, I guess. This looks like really low graphics. I thought I had it at low, but not like really low. This looks like weird and sad. Why are you being so weird and sad? I haven't been feeling all weird and sad. So what game? Why? Yeah, because it's not what I remember. It removed all the graphics when it put it in offline mode. That's not how that works, but you're making me want to play Getting Over It more and more. If you're gonna be so wonkety here, Night Rain. Why? Why must you put it on the other screen? Where's the audio? I don't think I got rid of the audio last time I played. At least it's not lagging out my VTuber like Unreal does sometimes. Sound. Master volume is at 3. And it's straight up doing nothing. Okay, well, I think this was a short-lived experiment that is not... This is, I go get a new computer and I come back and try this. Although I think what I would want to do is try, what's that game? Witchfire. I think that's what I would want to pull up. I get a new computer and then play some Witchfire. That's, I think, with my, what I would want to do as the, test for making my computer run better. Okay, I lied. I guess I am not, in fact, doing some Night Raid. Gee, thanks. I tried. It no worky. So, we getting over it? No, we're not. We're not starting something new. Only things that I've already started. So we getting over it now. And let's see if this one loads. Let's see if this is casting doubt on me running the all the mods successfully. Like I said, I was going to upgrade my computer. I want to buy a new computer this weekend. I think I will be getting a new couch tomorrow, meaning it'll be a new computer on Sunday. But I do want to get a new computer. And hopefully a new computer that can run Borderlands 4. And I'm not aiming for like the minimum settings of Borderlands 4. Like I said, it's an investment. I bought this computer and then used it for 7 years, so I would hope to get kind of the same amount of time out of a new computer. This game's pretty heckin' quiet. Do I want to turn up the volume at all? Strive? I'd be down for some Strive. I think I'd actually have to... oh, and then, yeah. I could bump it up to there for gaming, and then I can also bump up the... Yeah, just bump up all the... Oh, this doesn't have, like, a master. It is nice to have a master volume. Okay, yeah, there we go. A little louder is better. And then do I keep it on this sensitivity, or do I futz with it like I do every single time I play this game? Well, I gotta futz with it, because it's every single time I play this game, right? Yeah, I remember when I played Minecraft back in college, I went and made a sky ocean. I just went up to the highest level and then put a bunch of water. So I do wonder if I got a new computer and then tried to make a sky ocean, would that work well or not? I mean, that would be related to the server if I'm doing multiplayer stuff, but I do wonder if it would run better if I could make a sky ocean in Minecraft. Yeah, I don't know what I would want to, because so far what I've done is I made what's the highest I've gotten in getting over it? I've gotten to, there's some stairs that have been the bane of my existence, and then I just mess up enough that I keep falling all the way down again. So yeah, there's some cardboard boxes and then some stairs, and that's the furthest I've been in. That's the furthest I've ever been in 14 hours of gameplay. I don't know how far that is. I've somehow managed to not spoil myself too much. I've seen that it gets closer to like space and stuff, but and that I think there's like a moving platform, but I've not. And I don't remember if it's like if you want to do high sensitivity or low sensitivity or what for this. I know I've heard for shooters you want to do low sensitivity and then actually use your arm to like swing around and go places, but which I guess I could. I did want to do Overwatch 2 at some point, which sounds weird, but that stadium thing that they had going kind of piqued my interest, and I was like I'll give it a go. I used to like Overwatch back in the day, and they're doing something new and interesting. Like, I'd want to give it a go. Yeah, because I, like, it's been so long since I played Overwatch that Winston having a right click is still somewhat new to me. Like, that's how long it's been since I've played Overwatch. Yeah, it was pretty much like right when Echo came out was when I stopped playing Overwatch. And it's tempted me a couple times. I'm like, oh, the Mauga looks kind of interesting, and when was the mole person? Because I have played a little bit of the like the person with the drill. Man, what other Overwatch heroes has there been? I know there's Mauga. Oh, Freak, I think. Something like that. Also look kind of interesting to me. I like my tanks. I like my big tanks. Yeah, I used to do Drunken Winston before I gave up drinking. You don't do that. Squeeze it through there nice and easy. Yeah, it's funny because it doesn't seem like it's that bad to get up to the spot that I'm stuck at. But I just keep getting there and not really understanding how to get up those flipping stairs. I'm like, what angle? Like, how do you, what? Is this supposed to be like with speed or something? Because it's not what I've been doing for the rest of this. I've just been kind of getting to a point, positioning myself, and then going up it. Yeah. I think I would be very sad if I went and watched a speed run of this, and it's like, you can do this game in like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm like, well, this is why it takes me so long to go anywhere or do anything. Because that was mostly just unlucky. But I do think this has given me some amount of resilience that I have not had before. That's really the word that I've been trying to stick with, is at least recently, like in the past couple months, is like resilience. Let's build up some resilience to like actually doing things and finishing things. And yeah, I know the one thing that I've tried a couple times is doing the like leave comments on social media. Like when I see a thing, like when I see a thing on YouTube or something, actually say something, just because I know stuff like streaming or like making a YouTube video, it's so much more impactful to get a comment from a person than it is to even just get like a like or something else. And I'm trying to like, and the resilience factor there is just that like it's easy for me to watch a video, but then when I think, oh, I have to leave a comment, it's like I have to actually digest what I just watched. Then suddenly I don't want to watch it. Which you would think would make me watch less YouTube, but it turns into, instead of watching the things that actually interest me, I just hit the home page again and watch the next whatever random nonsense video, which is most likely going to be yet another VTuber clip of them yapping or like falling off a cliff and peak or something. Which, that is a stream upgrade I really need to figure out, is how to actually clip stuff. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I know Save GG Bot is trying, but that also requires me to go back to whatever nonsense it decided to clip. And I think it'd just be easier if I hit a button to say, okay, this is a spot that I want to clip. I know there is an ability to do that. And I do want to watch some more of those, like, Clover videos. Or at least finish the one that I was watching. Because that was a very comprehensive thing of, like, okay, here's what you want to do when you're starting out with content and stuff. And here's what got me partner on Twitch. And my goals are not nearly as lofty. I would just like to have enough concurrent viewers that I'm getting a comment occasionally to then be able to keep a stream going. Which I know that's a variable number in terms of, like, you can have a good 20 people on a stream and nobody says anything. And you can have a good 2 people on a stream and have a nice conversation going, so... So I guess that's not really a great goal if the metric is kind of variable in terms of... I know my arbitrary goal for this year would be to try to hit 333 followers before the end of the year, just because I am 33 and my birthday is at the end of the year, so... Ideally, I want to get... Yeah, because I never did get that last... I think I'm still sitting at 302 instead of 303, of which my follower goal is at 303, just because 33. Which I never did play Expedition 33. It interests me, and I've heard a lot of good things. But... kind of big RPGs are harder for me to find the time for. I say big RPGs, and I know Expedition 33 is not, like, massive, but still, it's enough time that, it's a bit intimidating. I think I mentioned that I started reading, Dumb Money. Or reading, as in listening to the audiobook version of Dumb Money. Yeah, it's been an interesting read so far, because what I knew from the trailer for the movie version of the book is that it's about Keith Gill. And so I'm like, okay, I know he's a main character, but actually reading the book so far, they've got like they've done an introduction of like 6 different characters, which has been almost a bit too much. I'm like, okay, I know the hedge fund manager guy is a character. I know Keith Gill is a character. He's a kind of a, or at least he's positioned as the central like main character. But so far they've introduced, I think, 3 other people that were all like people on the Wall Street Bets Reddit and the Robinhood app and stuff. Which adds a lot of flavor to it, but also adds a lot of cognitive load in terms of like, okay, there's 6 different character introductions that I've had. Oh, I guess the one that I just finished too was the introduction of a person who works with the people at Robinhood. So that's, yeah, like I said, I think it's the hedge fund manager, Keith Gale. Yeah, one of the people they introduced was a student that like really likes anime. That's what that, like, the introduction to that chapter was. And then they also introduced a nurse that was looking at Wall Street bets and trading and stuff. And then they introduced yeah, there's a lot of characters so far. It's just been all introductions. And after a lot of introductions, it feels like a lot. And I'm kind of waiting for the moment when they snap it back to a character that they've already introduced. And it hasn't happened in the couple chapters I've read, I guess. But I am looking forward to watching that movie once I get further in the book. That always frustrates me so much playing this game, is those moments where he just derps out. He just completely, like, flings himself, and I'm like, I don't understand what exact mouse movement I did that caused you to just go flying. Because it does make the game harder to play when he does that. I am looking forward to the big walk, though. No, wait. I am. That is the. Okay. Baby steps. I'm looking forward to both big walk and baby steps. Because baby walk. Wow. I am getting them completely mixed up for some reason. They're different games for sure. But Big Walk looked like it was multiplayer, a multiplayer version of The Witness, vaguely, which is exciting to me because I liked The Witness. And I think it'd be fun to do a multiplayer version of that. And then Baby Steps was also pretty fun. Yeah, that was one of those moments where I'm like, Northern Lion is a different kind of person. I watched just the start of his Baby Steps stream, and the first thing he says is, Unc thinks he's a coelacanth. It's just like, immediately, that's just a very Northern Lion thing to say. And like, yeah, you gotta be built different to be immediately talking about coelacanths. Yeah, I do like having I like trying to have a bigger vocabulary. So if you, I'm assuming Funbase, I'm assuming everybody's gone to bed at this point, but this is where I've been stuck at, is this spot right here. I don't know how to approach these stairs. I've gotten up to that chair once. I managed to figure out how to get up there, or I managed to get lucky getting up there, so Don't think you ever got past those stairs either. Waiting on Ryan so we can go play Peak. Ryan who? Because I'm like, I am in fact a Ryan. I'm one of the many Ryans. If you're waiting on me to go play Peak, well, I didn't know. I wouldn't mind playing Peak. I don't know if I want to stay up too late, but yeah, this is why I've been tempted to go by Gnome or some other kind of nickname or something, because there are a lot of Ryans out there. So I could come for sure. Might be another hour. Yeah, you know, for maximum confusion to have multiple Ryans. Yeah, even within my friend group of like 10 people or something, there's 3 Ryans, which is why I've been thinking like I gotta go by a nickname or something. That's like a family thing too. My dad goes by a nickname. My grandpa goes by a nickname. I was just asking my dad recently. I think he was saying that his grandpa went by a nickname, so I'm breaking the system by not going by a nickname. So I have been thinking like, yeah, no, maybe you just call me Gnome, because I will perk up if you say that. If you say Ryan, I will not. There's so many other Ryans that I just kind of assume it's not me.
No.
I just kind of assume that it's something else. It's odd because I'm like, I actually do like the name. Like, Ryan is actually not a bad name. It's just a common name. Yeah, I haven't gone to any of those Ryan meetups either. I've seen a couple times. They're like, oh yeah, we had a big meetup in New York. And I'm like, well, I'm not near New York. It's like, there was a big Ryan meetup to go see the Rockies game. I'm like, well, shoot, I used to live in Colorado. But I don't anymore. So no, I've yet to attend a Ryan meetup. But I obviously have an ability to do so. Yeah, I have not bought or played Peak at all. It looks interesting to me. It looks fun to me. And I do... Obviously, I do like climbing games. As I sit here playing a climbing game. Did they ever do, like, a multiplayer version of Getting Over It? I'd have to assume that there's, like, a multiplayer mod or something. But... Because I know, like, Bread and Fred did pretty well for, like, a rage game version of a... Or I know co-op, like, rage games have done well in terms of gaining followers and people and stuff. Because there's Chained Together, there's Bread and Fred, there's... Oh, there's that Glass game, too. Closest you can think of is Pogo Stuck. That's not really technically multiplayer. Okay. I feel like I've heard of Pogo Stuck, but it's not immediately coming to me as to what Pogo Stuck is. And I'm assuming it's not related to something like Homestuck. Which all I've heard is that Homestuck is like a very large like lore experience, but I don't actually know. I'm not familiar with Homestuck. I do read a good amount of comics though. I do like my romance web comics. I do read a good chunk of romance comics. Well, and other comics. There's a couple of those like big crazy like anime like let me use my big powers on you kind of things too. I'm not as interested in those. I do like the romance comics better, but yeah, I think I was reading a fair amount of slice of life stuff, but those all just kind of ended. It's really what happened, and not that I didn't want to read those. Let's see, favorite webcomic of the stuff I've read. Also, Wait, I realized I goofed up something. It's 9 o'clock and I haven't done an 8 o'clock yawn here. Oh no, I did yawn when I put the desk up instead of down. So I guess there was a yawn. Yeah, and then anytime you do anything with these stairs, it's like, well, Fluffin', I don't know. He just starts slipping off of them. Like, I just realized I did the exact noise that he does. I don't understand these stairs at all. I think I've spent... I think it's probably more than half of the time I've spent playing this game is just getting to the stairs to then slip off the stairs and do it all again. Yeah, it's not a good way to learn a game. It's an interesting way to play a game, but it's definitely not an interesting way to learn a game. But for the, when I was learning piano, this is definitely how I tried to learn piano too. Was just, oh, I messed up. Guess I better start over completely. Which is like, that's not, if you're stuck at a certain section, it's like, just play that section. Especially because, like, for piano, it's not like you can skip to the end. Like here, that's a bit harder to do. But when you're just reading sheet music, yeah, you can just skip to the part that you're stuck on. But no, that's how I would try to learn a song on piano. It's just start over anytime I messed up. Yeah, I don't remember. I never had any strong feelings about piano. Like, I think it was kind of fun to do, but I don't remember. Yeah, I switched to playing tennis in high school from doing piano in like middle school, or I guess it was elementary school and middle school. I don't think I ever really got good at it. I don't think I ever really cared to get good at it. Instruments were never really my thing. I've tried making music a couple times before. I don't know that it's turned out well, but it has turned out kind of funny or fun. At least the one song I did is extremely dumb, but yeah, I have had fun making music. Well, and that was sort of what was the thing with like playing piano was it wasn't really about like I don't feel like I learned how to like make a song. I don't feel like I learned how to play music. I just learned how to... Oh my goodness. It's new. It's all new. Okay, we're just gonna revel in it. We're gonna finish the last of this drink. We're gonna just let the ads run. And just revel in the victory. Maybe let's lag this out by streaming it on Discord. Why does the stream look like it's just the pickaxe? Interesting. This does. No. There we go. Take me back to OBS here. Now you can do the game again. Okay, and like I said, I am just gonna sit here, drink my drink, and let the ads run. That is tart with the extra lemon and lime. But I think I do like it. Maybe I should just do some less lemon and lime. See how that feels. Yeah, this is also another one where I'm like, so where exactly? Kind of doubt you can hear the fireworks. I am definitely listening to them here. It's funny. I always use that as an excuse to stay up late. Where I'm like, "Oh, the fireworks are gonna keep me up." I'm like, "Nah, I could sleep through that." Loud noises don't tend to be that bad for making it hard to sleep. I'm getting over the fact that I just lost that game. Again, we're losing the game. See, I feel like I have to say every time that if you're sitting here reminding me, you're the biggest loser of all. If you are remembering every time that you lost the game, well then. Okay. I'm pretty sure that that's just a... Yeah, I was gonna say, that is just... Yeah, you want me to get to that security camera, though? How many times have I lost the game? Infinite plus 8, I think. You might be right. I don't recall. Infinite's a pretty big number to remember. And then adding more to it is obviously even more of an ordeal. I'm thinking of the stream avatars. Nobody's asked me about an allowance for getting currency. I need to put that somewhere on the stream. It's like, if you ask for an allowance, you can get some stream avatars currency. But sure, yeah, I'll hear a German meme. I don't know German, so that's not really gonna do much for me. But yeah, there's words in there that I recognize that I don't, that I doubt are English. I'm like mama, cola, daft, cool. Those are words that I can read in English that I don't think are... There's a video that goes along with the German meme. Oh, as in the meme comes from a video? I'm not much of a meme guy. Which, I know Brainoid is... I don't know if sad is the word, but... But Brainoid is using memes to, for Replicat. So I think there's less... It's just because this is safe. This is a nice safe space. And then you're asking me to leap across the void to go back to the stairs. Then I'm like, I'm a scared. And then he does that. And then he does that. And then he does that. I don't understand why you do this. I go do a jump like that, where you're like, I didn't want to do it. And then I do that. Why are you slipping? Yeah, and then you got no problems jumping like that. It's like, I don't understand why you decided to just slip and fall out a window. A la that cat. Okay, again, I don't know German, so this is probably not going to hit me very well. Oh, cola was in fact a word in there. Oh, and I could unmute it, but
Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trink Cola. Yippie!
Oh!
Hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich...
I do recognize that yippee. I see what you're saying about the yippee there. That is, yeah, okay, that's I've definitely heard that in the context of VTubers and stuff, hearing that yippee. Yeah, that's the original. Okay. Interesting. Because now I'm like, I have no clue what the context is, but...
Yippie! Meine Mama hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich Cola trinken darf. Wie cool ist das bitte? Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trinke Cola. Yippie!
I'm assuming it's something about I'm excited to be playing Fortnite and drinking cola, but... Just decided to learn German in Duolingo and became polyglot. As in, you just wanted to learn memes? That's the whole... This sounds like a silly anime origin story or something. I saw this meme once and decided I'm gonna learn every language so I can understand every meme. Yeah, I vaguely know Spanish, and that's about it. I took some years of Spanish in high school. And that's like vaguely as in like the Spanish teacher that I had was like, we're gonna watch a video because I'm lazy and don't want to teach. So, nah, not a great teacher. Very much a guy who knew Spanish and was like, I guess I could be a Spanish teacher. I guess I can coach the soccer team if they need somebody. Learned Italian because I did a little bit of Duolingo Japanese. I tried picking up a little bit of Japanese through Duolingo and wasn't super impressed with Duolingo. It felt like I was just memorizing things as opposed to learning things. So I haven't gone back to Duolingo. It sounds like they've gotten pretty heavy on the monetization stuff. Oh, they had an AI thing where they're like, oh yeah, we're going to replace all our employees with AI. And then proceeded to have a lot of problems. So. Yeah, if I were to pick up another language, I think I'd probably actually like learn some full Spanish. Just because I vaguely know it. And there's a pretty good Spanish speaking majority near me. But I'm like, it'd be nice to kind of like when I go order Chinese food, actually like can order it in Spanish. Because naturally the Chinese food places run by people who speak Spanish. Why? Why do you slip? Why are you so slippery, you butt? Yeah, I feel like languages would be hard to learn without any practical use to them. And that is why I was thinking Spanish, was because there's Spanish speakers near me that I could use Spanish with. And I've also learned some amount of Spanish too, so it's like it'd be relearning some Spanish, but also like yeah, it's because I have a head start, it feels like it'd be easier to learn Spanish. Yeah, I always want to hit it with the like, yo no entiendo español. As in, like, I don't understand Spanish, but then it's also that, like, I don't remember words. The one that I keep forgetting is remember, ironically. So, oh, created a YouTube channel about your operating system. Can you send it? Yeah, feel free. Drop links in there. I mean, I will probably, Recordar, I believe you are, I don't, you know, Recodo? Recordar? So I don't entirely remember how to conjugate. I think it's O for like I, and then os for you, and then like moss for multiple people. And then, but then I know there's also the like I before E, except after C kind of stuff with the conjugating in Spanish. Fluent in Spanish. Oh, you're a native Spanish speaker. Interesting. Oh, I guess I just kind of... I probably could have vetted the video there. Oh, an introduction about... This is making me think you are a Rubik's Cube, and then it immediately cuts to a Minecraft gameplay there. The guy in Getting Over It has some muscles. Yeah, definitely with the... Well, these were recent. Yeah, 2 weeks ago was a fairly recent thing. Oh, Speed Cuber even. I have some cubes. I don't have them sitting on my desk here. I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, but I'd not gotten good enough to do. I can slowly solve a Rubik's Cube. This is probably not the one you're talking about. I think there's a lot of people that are not going to be... Like, if you're just spamming this at full-on YouTube with like, oh look, the text changed. I think a lot of people are not going to understand what's going on. I do like the song choices. Yeah, I should get back into shorts. I've just been doing well, I used to have time. I used to have time to like edit it into like, here's actual shorts of gameplay and stuff, but I just haven't had the time. But what I really need to do is just because I have the start replay buffer now that hopefully can make it so I can clip things, but. Yours is bad, not gonna lie. Well, like I said, these are very much like you're trying to hit a very specific audience, and YouTube, I don't think, is the audience. YouTube is not gonna know what any of the stuff is there, but. Well, I think what's happening here is that what is that name? Makes it look like the computer got hacked or something. Oh, these are, yeah, coming through TikTok and stuff. 100 views in like 10 hours. Yeah, I don't know what causes the metrics on some of this stuff. Like for YouTube Shorts, like it's pretty hit or miss as to like what does well. Because something like this, I'm like, I don't think this is a great short, but it's at 300 views. But then there's other stuff that I think is funny, and that did a lot better, so. Yeah, there is this one, though. This is one that actually, like, okay, I could see why people, like, clicked on that and watched that. Yeah, this one that did well on Twitch as well. This one, I think it just clipped it well. Yeah, the actual, like, which is odd, because I don't think YouTube Shorts really does, like, here's the thing to look at, but yeah, but some of these where I'm like, this is just an explosion or something. I'm like, I don't know exactly why this is the moment that it decided. Yeah, now I can spam out some more Getting Over It clips. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's another one where the moment there just got clipped well. So tried TikTok. Yeah, TikTok it was also pretty hit or miss for me too, metric wise. Trying to remember what my most watched TikTok is. Yeah, TikTok's very weird on data feedback. Oh yeah, okay, I can sort it by popular. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be that Gnomes and Knights thing, was happening, and I didn't know that, and just posted a thing about, look at these gnomes. And then it was like, here's a ton of people that are like, I like this one, I like that one. Wait, what? What does it mean by popular? Because this is 700 view. Is it not view based? What does popular mean exactly? Yeah, I don't know that I also don't think I've done a very good job of doing, like, here's some good TikTok content. Yeah, exactly. Get average 200 views and then post a couple things and get literally 0. Yeah, I've definitely had that with YouTube Shorts. Yeah, like 2 views here, where it's like it just decided no. It's like I don't know why, but no. And then something like this, just like here's 1,000 views. Like okay, why? Like what are you looking at that decides whether it's going to be literally no views or like a bunch? So happened. I uploaded a bad one and it got 315 views. Uploaded a better one and it got stuck at 8. Yeah, okay. It seems to be like fairly random with a lot of these things. So I would say I don't go on TikTok very often, but I did spend a good chunk. I did spend a good like half an hour just watching TikTok this morning. Not a typical thing for me, but I was feeling pretty heckin' lazy today. Well, I definitely picked up the cube part of it. Sure seems like what you said there. That's what it was on YouTube, right? Maybe just CubeX. Or is that gonna give me the speed cuber or something? $352 views and still going up. Flabbergasted. Well, that was my recent experiment on YouTube here, where I did my first YouTube video in forever as a just kind of like a presentation on Steam, which I still need to finish this one. I got part of a presentation going, and then I still need to finish like the full thing, but been very disorganized recently. But yeah, it's up over 500 views, which I'm like, I was expecting like 100. I was like, wow, that's cool. So should have more viewers on Twitch. I'm good. Well, I think part of it, the problem is that the time that I stream at is when everybody gets off, is when all the Europeans go to bed, but it's too. Actually, no, give me Sully Gnome. It was I watched a Pirate Software clip that kind of said here's the when people get on and off, and the only time I have to stream is when people are getting off. So it's I'm starting at a point where there's nobody on stream, and then people are leaving Twitch. So yeah, there we go. So if we just pick a random day here, this is 9 a.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. It's just, I'm assuming it's local time. So, like to get flabbergasted? Or am I a flabbergaster? Like to get flabbergasted. What does that mean exactly? Do I like being confused? I don't know if I like being confused, but I do like surprises, if that's kind of what you're getting at. So I guess I'm streaming at peak times. Yeah, I remember it was Pirate Software was saying the times that you want to stream is on this upswing here. You want to stream when nobody else is streaming on Twitch, and then whenever, yeah, exactly, it's the viewers per channel versus live channels. Yeah, it's you want to stream in this time frame, and I stream in this time frame when everybody's online, and it's not viewers, it's just all the people that are live. So. What do I think about the second defenestration spoiler? There was no first. I feel like I should know the word defenestration. I feel like I've looked it up a couple times and I don't remember what the word means. I know it is a word. It's not law related, right? It is law related, right? Or is it? That's what it was. The act of throwing somebody out of a window. I feel like I looked this up recently. Okay, what do I think about the second defenestration spoiler? There was no first. Also, why did we need a word exactly for throwing somebody out of a window? It seems probably a little concerning. That this is making me think I should put it on just chatting, since we got into a whole thing about TikTok and YouTube and stuff. Yeah, I am hearing the fireworks go off. Yeah, like I said, it's mostly just an excuse to stay up late. But. Yeah, this is where I want to bust out that new emote that I just made, of me being dumb. the nice new derp emote. Although that's a tier 2 sub kind of thing. Yeah, so now I've had somebody... Pogorly gave me a few bits, and then somebody used their Twitch Prime sub. So I've gotten my first Twitch sub via Twitch Prime, and I've gotten my first bits. But that's it. Yeah, it's one of those things of like, so like I was following the Twitch subreddit there for a while, and there were a few people that were like smaller streamers that are like, yeah, I only have a couple subs and stuff, and I'm like, wait, you guys are getting paid? I guess technically I'm making some amount of money off of Twitch, but I haven't paid attention to it. It's on the order of like cents. No, it might actually be more than that. I think it's on the order of like handfuls of dollars, which is obviously not enough to really pay for anything. Actually, what are my... What is my earnings? Yeah, $4 for April to May. So yeah, not a good amount of money, but... Yeah, and I know that's what Twitch was saying, is that they make their money from subscribers and stuff, which makes sense. I'm like, yeah, if somebody's saying, hey, I'm going to give you $6 a month or something like that. I've never actually subscribed to anybody. I haven't even watched Twitch in forever. Like, now that I'm at the office most days at work, it's a little harder to try to pull up a Twitch stream in the background. I keep wanting to, especially because it's like I stream so much. It'd be nice to like actually watch somebody else's stream for a bit. I do that when I raid, but I want to watch some more Twitch. Oh, that's kind of a video idea I want to put down too. Is that like streaming is the ultimate form of entertainment. Because if you just want like a... Because I think there's a lot of people who like passive media. Like, oh, just have the the TV show just run in the background, or like have a movie, like just tell you the story. But I think there's a lot of people who are interested in like active media, like games and stuff, where you can interact with it. And I think streaming hits right in the middle, where it's like if you want to interact with the stream, you can. But if you want to just watch a stream, you can. So that's my theory there, is that streaming is the ultimate form of entertainment. Well, because it also has all, it gives you audio. Because it's like with music, like I guess you have music videos and stuff, but... But it does, like, I think you would want a form of media that hits all of the senses that it can, in terms of, like, visuals and audio and... I guess your sense of touch? I think you'd have a hard time hitting smell and taste. Yeah, I don't know that there's any streams I would want to smell or taste. I don't know, I guess there's like the cooking streams, like those mukbang kind of things that there might be a market for getting some kind of a smell going. I know they've tried to do the, like, for, like, movies and stuff, to get the, like, a smell-o-rama kind of machine, but I know it's never really taken off. I feel like that 4DX stuff has kind of died, too. Yeah, I watched, It. I watched It Chapter 2 in 4DX, where it had the seat, like, moving back and forth, and then it would blast you with air occasionally, or spritz you with water, and... kind of fun, but I'm more interested in watching a movie and getting into the story that I am about, like, riding a ride. And, like, It Chapter 2 being, like, a horror movie and stuff was, like, when it's tilting the seat as it pans over a town was just, like, it's just too much. If it were... I feel like one of the Mission Impossible movies, like an action movie, I think would be better for doing that kind of crazy stuff. But for doing just like a horror movie, not so much. You jumped that time, though. You did jump. Yeah, I am starting to hit the sleepies now here at 9:30, but I'm also listening to the fireworks go off, so let's keep getting over it, I suppose. I hate you so much. I don't understand your movement system, because so often you just don't want to lower onto the thing. Okay, I believe this is officially the furthest I have ever been. We are in new territory now. There is a part of me that wanted to throw boys on the end of that. It's new stuff now, boys! But, I don't know how, I'm assuming that, people are older than boys. I just kind of assume that my content does not really appeal to younger people. That would be, like, that kind of boys age. I don't understand how this game works. I think I'm going real slow just to revel in the idea that, like, maybe there's been progress. I'm still considering this progress. I might have lost a small smidge of progress, but it can be gained back. Okay. And it did get gained back. So what was the idea that I was just saying about... Kind of wanted to do a presentation about... Clearly it's too... I should be writing ideas down, not trying to remember things. Man, why's it gotta be just a little too far? It's gotta be just out of reach. I don't want to try to hop again. I don't think you're gonna... Yeah, okay, you're clipping off the edge of the couch there. That's what's happening, you bastard. Okay. But, like I said, this is still progress. This is still the furthest I have ever been. Oh, I guess bean is even more impactful with the fact that I just added beans to the stream as a currency. Okay, no, chill, bud, chill. We're just taking it nice and chill. We're not going for any kind of world record speed run. I don't understand why you decided. Ooh, a break. I could actually use a break. Because I finished my drink. And there's a second part to drinking. That has in fact happened. I have in fact processed the drink. Okay, if you're gonna be a bastard and not sit still on that edge of the thing there, you can sit on the toilet. And we're just gonna chill for the next 30 seconds before the ad starts. But this is exciting, though. This is progress. It took me 14 hours to get to this point. We'll see how much of this progress I can actually continue with. Okay, yeah, it's gonna say ad starts in 1 second, and then not actually start the ad at that second. Okay, feel free to start the ad at any moment. I am too sleepy for commentary, but also it's too noisy for me to want to end this once and for all. What was that, yesterday? Where I was talking about source filmmaker stuff? And, again, here it is getting referenced. Half-Life, Full-Life consequences. It's time to end this once and for all. Ads? I don't typically ask for ads, but if you said you're going to start them, then start them so that I can go take a piss. It'd be great if you... There we go. Okay. I am going to pee. I will be back. I want to make sure that I don't play the game. Haha. I cheated it. I yawned while I was on break and nobody saw it, so now I can't get hit with it. I hate you! Don't be doing any crazy stuff just because I just started up the game again. Chill, bro. Chill. I have 15 seconds to wait for ads to finish. Then we can get going again. Yeah, what other lazy stuff was I doing today? I watched TikTok for half an hour this morning. I watched the Weird Al Yankovic movie. I watched way too much YouTube. And then I also played some Railbound. I feel like I'm close to finishing that final level. Like it feels like there's just a couple of timing issues trying to get the trains to get to their stations correctly, but okay. And now we can go since the ads are over.
Oh.
That's an interesting solution. I don't know if I like that. Okay. That's looking fairly safe.
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated.
I was gonna say new voice lines and everything. Okay, also, we gotta boost this stuff. I ain't hearing hardly anything. Oh, it might be doing okay on... Yeah, it's still looking quiet, meaning this probably can be bumped up. Okay, not gonna mess with the mouse sensitivity. But I will mess with my volume. Yeah, okay. I had it pretty quiet. Oh, apply. I don't know if I hit apply last time. Okay. There we go. So is this some kind of, not checkpoint necessarily, but I'm like, am I going down now? How am I gonna fall all the way back to where I was? That seems like it could be a spot where you could do. I want to explore, but I also don't. Oh, I see. This is how I can fall all the way
back.
back.
Sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Okay, so can I... So is this actually... Oh, that is. That is a spot that you can fall. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't... It's a thing that I don't like. This has an ability to lose a lot of progress written into it. Are you solid? Or are you... Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you for giving me a taste of what it could be. I don't understand your physics system to say that you just don't want to sit on a position here. Can I just reach it? No. No, I can't. If only because it seems like it'd be pretty easy to fall back down that way. I don't know where that goes, but I'm assuming that goes all the way back down. I don't want to do yet another jump. Yeah, sure, it's a platformer, but it's not an easy platformer. And yeah, here I am goofing up the I don't want you to be doing wonky things here, bud. Just... you can't just reach that? You don't look like you could just reach that. This is feeling like I gotta jump for it, but... You're also gonna jump into it. It feels like I could do a short hop. And then just grab the rock there, but... Okay. Progress. It's funny how scary this feels. This is just a digital guy hanging out on some digital rocks. And that, like, there's no actual danger for me here. But this does feel like rock climbing without a rope. This does a very good job of feeling like it's... free balling is not the word, bud. Free Solo, there we go. Speaking of which, Free Solo, good movie. I mean, obviously an intense movie because it's a guy doing, I think, basically one of the world's hardest climbs without any kind of ropes or anything. But he is a very competent rock climber. And I don't understand what the heck you want from me here. What in the world? Don't move. What? That's not a climbable thing here. That's not a thing you can climb. That's... Why are you moving into the rock? That always confuses me. What? What do you mean? Do I have to go fall down that other way? I don't want to fall. It's called getting over it. That feels like you gotta go up. And this feels like up. But this also feels like that's not... huh? That's not a thing that you can climb. That's not a thing that you can grip and latch onto and climb. Or maybe it is, and I'm just... kind of scared. Okay. I guess I could stop this at any moment here. These are very awkward, like ledges and things. You want me to climb up this? That's again. What do you mean? It is really cool to see a challenge that like is not immediately grokkable, and then figure it out. But also, can we not do every single challenge? Is just you want me to jump for it? I don't want to jump for it. Okay, yeah, you're sturdy enough. It seems like you wouldn't be, but you're sturdy enough, I suppose. Jeez. Interesting how tense this got. I don't know if my heart rate has gotten elevated. I would assume it has. It has to have. Oh boy, that's an abysmal amount of steps. Did I step outside? I don't think I went walking today. Oh, because I've been doing a walk after the stream because it's been hot. And that's not going to happen. Okay, it says it set at 72. I should look at my resting heart rate again. I have not done that in quite a while. I could typically sit at like 60s. Yeah, okay, 61 to 76. That's my average? I thought it was closer to like 60s. I know when I was working out, I think it was getting down into the 50s, and it's like, that's like pretty low, but I also have pretty low blood pressure, so. Okay, wait, so can you, instead of measuring my heart rate, can you just tell me what my average is? Oh, man, does that mean it's up to like 69 or something? I mean, sure, it's a funny number, but... And I haven't worked out in like a year or so, so that would make sense that it's not great. And I haven't been walking and I've been eating too much. It's like, here I am kind of surprised at... Okay, does this say resting heart rate? Okay, I have not looked at this in a long time. Oh, this goes like per time of day, I think, right? Wait, those are different times? Okay, no, just give me like my overall, what is my resting heart rate? That's what I'm interested in, you goof. Heart rate. There we go, past 12 months. Anywhere between 33 and 214. That's not helpful to me. I miss Fitbit. I don't... There's so many things that I thought I was buying an upgrade. And then it turned out to definitely not be that. Like, I think Fitbit is better than my smartwatch. Whoa. That, just a hand? You're just gonna give me a hand, I suppose? Gee, thanks. That's not really where I wanted you to land, bud. I wanted you to land over the ear. Yeah, see, this is one of those ones where I'm like, I'm glad I didn't look up spoilers for this, because I did not know about this, kind of cliff. Don't don't do a short hop when I want a full jump. That's not what I wanted, bud. It's not what I wanted at all. You can't actually crawl up this, right? I know, I feel like I tried once. But interesting to know that this is where you end up. I don't want to take on the stairs again. I don't know that I learned how to do the stairs. I just got lucky. Well, no. That's... Yeah, see, this doesn't feel like progress. Because I still haven't learned how to do this section. Maybe I've gotten... Well, okay, I don't know. I lied. Maybe I've gotten better at it. Maybe I have figured out a stratagem. It's that. It's though, like, I want the mouse. I want you to go to a very specific spot, and then you decide, nah, I'm just gonna smack the wall. That was the issue there, bud. Okay. What was that? It's because it also has physics on the, Don't do that, please. I don't understand why you do that sometimes, where I try to put the mouse in a position and you decide, oh, that's a full flick. It's like, no, that's not what that was. That was me just moving the mouse. Okay, I'm getting too much of a jump. I need to get some kind of jump. There we go. I'm getting overly confident here. He's gonna start getting crazy. Okay, it's at the point of, like, you don't need to line it up exactly correctly. And I do think I need to get used to, like, when I swing it around in midair, that is the issue. It's that stuff where I'm like, why did you decide to stop holding on to the ground? That was one of those things of like, that's not what I was aiming for. Why is his pot full of so much water? I understand that the particles are an interesting thing to look at. And that's probably why, just for a juice thing, to say, oh, there's particles you could look at. But it also seems odd that the cauldron is full. Okay, yeah, let's not go completely ham on this. Also, let's not fall in the hole here that I immediately tried to go fall in. Okay. I'm gonna take a piss and be back. Yeah, I am tired enough that probably should stop playing the game. But also, don't really have any, yep, material. Yep, there was a Y there, not FAP material. Well, we're not making FAP material, not on this stream at any rate. But, I'm running out of... What move was that? Bud? I wanted a nice circle, and you decided, sure, we're just gonna swing. We're just gonna swing. Okay, what a weird, wild, wacky individual who decided instead of using his legs, he's gonna use only his arms. The fact that he can grab this is just... Why is the mouse being wonky for me here? I don't like you very much. I don't like you very much. Don't swing like that. I'm too tired to be doing this right now. Am I going to continue to do this? Despite the fact that I am not in peak physical condition to be doing this. There are still fireworks, so there is still an excuse to continue playing the game. Please stop sliding. I don't understand why you slide sometimes. Like there, I don't understand why you decide that now is the time to goof up. There's some kind of friction coefficients and stuff that are on here that are awkward and weird. It's like that, where you're like, I don't want to move, I don't want to move, I don't want to move, and then you're like, I'm moving. In the wrong way, we're launching in a different direction. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. My arm is getting tense. It's because I'm trying to go faster, too. It's like I'm trying to... Because he does that. Or I'm like, he's not smooth. Yeah, look at that. He's definitely not smooth. He's got that stubbly hair and the stubbly beard and the... Boy, that would be a fun mechanic. To have the hair grow while the character climbs. Starts off completely beardless and then slowly grows a big beard the longer you play. Did The Longing ever do that? I know The Longing is a game about waiting. I don't know if The Longing did, like, hair and beard and stuff. I know Red Dead Redemption did. Or is that a cosmetic thing? Or is that actually, like, your hair and beard grow out? Oh, is this the furthest I've ever been? I didn't actually reach that hand, did I? I tried to jump up to the hand and it didn't ever hit it. Yeah, I'm like the ear. I'm like, I want you to sit upright. And you're like, nah, we're gonna hit it sideways. Okay, if you insist. Yeah, okay, I didn't hit the hand. This is the furthest I've ever been. Please don't do whatever it is you just did. That is not at all what I wanted. There you go. You sit and you chill. That's what I'm... Oh my goodness. I don't know if that was supposed to be a jump scare, but that, was effective. Well, okay, it wasn't an effective jump scare, but it did surprise me. For sure. The little lip of the thing there. It's just the... Okay. Interesting that they decided not to animate anything. I don't like that. I do like the fact that you grabbed it immediately. When was the last time I went to church? I guess it must have been 2024. No, 2023. It was the end of 2023. I went to church with my aunt because she got into going to church a little more regular, and I was like, let's try it again. And it was very much not for me. Church is... Yeah, because I've even tried to, like, okay, I have a lot of time in the car where I could listen to an audiobook, so I'm like, okay, let's try a religious text. And it was like, nope, this is not... Religion is not for me. This feels just weird and culty. I don't like this at all. I don't know how to deal with this at all. This seems like a very safe space to be at. It feels like I can goof around with this for quite a while, but it also feels like, how do I get you up over this spire? Like that, okay. This doesn't seem too bad. Too bad it doesn't seem.
It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer and user. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue.
The bushes are solid? Interesting. I'm actually making progress in the game, which is why it's too addictive. I don't want to stop. And there's still fireworks going. I don't understand why sometimes you just decide, I'm not gonna loop up and around. I'm just gonna... It seems a little risky. But sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit, which... Do I even like biscuits that much? Well, if we're talking like cookies kind of biscuits, I do like sugar. I am a sugar and candy kind of guy. This feels like a checkpoint. I like this. This feels chill. Chill seems to be the right word. It's a hat there. Seems like an odd little spot here. Not sure if I like this much. Then again, I think I've said that about every obstacle that I've come across. Is like, what? You want me to do what now? Okay, so is it in fact slippery? Are there in fact like physics or different terrain objects? This feels like it's fairly resettable. That's the thing. But I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop in terms of like ability to fall down the mountain. It's that, or he just decides, like, I'm not gonna grab the rock, but if you do, you'd really help me here. This is feeling like it might go down. Oh, that is a moving object. Okay, good to know. Are you also... No, that's a full anvil. I don't know how I feel about the fact that some things move and some things don't, and that some things... This, Oh, is not a... Okay, that's not a gap. That I really got to worry about then. Okay. I wonder what the playtesting looked like for this game. Because, like, a lot of this stuff looks just really awkward. And, like, I know that's intentional, but also, like, that's gotta be... This is such a singular design. Like, you'd have to find some very specific, particular kind of people that would want to test this. Boy, does it feel good to be playing a new chunk of the game, though. It's like, holy heck. Yeah, me, personally, I've done some rock climbing. Not actual, the indoor rock climbing, which I guess is... I've done indoor climbing. I guess not rock climbing, then. No, I've done a little bit of, like, outdoor bouldering kind of stuff. But, okay, maybe we go up on the anvil and try to jump. Yeah, rock climbing is fun, but I think I have a little bit of a fear of heights. Definitely not as bad as my dad. It's fun to go on, like, a big swing kind of ride, and he's just, like, freaking out and like yelling, and I'm just laughing. Oh, no. Or like a roller coaster or something, where it's like everybody's screaming, and I think I just have more subdued reactions to things too, where I'm like, my reaction to like a loop on a roller coaster is just like, or like a big drop is just like, oh wow, that's more than I was expecting. Yeah, it's not the like, and let's scream and freak out. There might also be a part of me that's like, when I've heard people scream and freak out, that like, that just means things are bad and scary, and that like, I'm not gonna add to that with my own screaming. Yeah, I guess the jump was the best way to do this. Very glad it's given me more of an opportunity to, almost did it. The top of the anvil looks almost green. And I'm like, it's not a green screen. There's not like, unless it is. I don't know if there's actually like some hidden story behind it. I did the jump once. It's so nice that it just lets you play around here. Okay, maybe I don't need to worry about being on the very end of the anvil then, do I? I keep trying to do that, but the answer is no. Like, hold. Just hold still. I stopped moving the mouse. Just hold there, buddy. And then he's just like, no, we're gonna move. He's got so much extra physics on him. Yeah, this is a game I would love to look up the development on. Like, timeline-wise, and like, I know it's attached to Sexy Hiking, and Sexy Hiking is, that's a game that looks aggressively, like, Game Jam-ish. Just because of the awkward physics and the pixel art and stuff. Yeah, I'm streaming on Getting Over It, right? Like I said, it's just time of day. This is a bad time of day to be streaming. Yeah, okay, I'm streaming to the company of myself. Which I'm okay with. I enjoy my own company. Which I think it'd be... I know there are people that are a little more afraid of just, like, silence and chilling and being by yourself. And I'm kind of glad that that was never me. I've always enjoyed being alone. Well, and I think the kind of times we live in, it's very easy to be alone. And, yeah, I know for me it doesn't help that, like, I've actually had people in my life and stuff. And then I went and moved away. And that's just become a lot harder to get and to do. Well, some of that I'm thinking of, like, a relationship, too. Of which I have not had a relationship in a long time. Yeah, when was the last date I did? I'm pretty sure I did some kind of date last year. But since I've moved, I have not tried to go on a date.
It means a lot to me that you've come this far, endured this much. Every wisecrack, every insensitivity, every setback you've forgiven me is a kingly gift that you've given me.
Okay, yeah, you want me to jump back across that way. Yeah, okay, that's not what I wanted, bud. There's times when it's like, I just want to readjust the mouse. Fling. With the most force I've ever seen. That was some nice audio with that click, 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 click. On the rock there. Yeah, this definitely feels like a more barren section of the game.
No.
That's not an easy jump. Okay, how late am I gonna go? 11 o'clock is probably the latest I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, speed run it. I'm trying to go faster now, and it's like, that's not gonna help me. It's not gonna behoove me to do that. There's a lot of jumps here that I would not really expect from, like, what is arguably a game about climbing. Okay. I'm over here now. Is it... Is there a secret? Is there an elevator? Is there something? There was a giant pillar in my way, and now here's a floating rock. I don't... Boy, do I just want to eat a snack. I don't need a snack right now, but... It's probably because it's getting later. That's the frustrating thing, too. When I think, oh, I want a snack, and then then I drink a bunch of water. And then I still want a snack. It's like my stomach should be a little more full because of the water, which should help get rid of the craving for just a snack. And yet, I want a snack. Okay, well, this also tells me that, like, I guess I'm supposed to go up towards that pillar? If I can't easily figure it out, I might just try going to bed, because... It seems to be a solid pillar. Oh, I guess you can jump it, maybe. So let's give it a nice... position it on the mouse pad here, I guess. Aha, okay, you can jump it, okay. I didn't really want to fling that far into the great untried. Okay, that is another little hole there. I am clearly too tired. I am too tired for this shit. Too tired for this shit. Too tired for this shit. Yeah, stuff like that. Feels like I'm holding it still. I want you to be still. And then he decides, I'm not done with my momentum. I don't even know where I'm trying to go now. I'm just gonna try to get over it, I guess. But I don't know what that means at this point. I did not... I figured out the mystery of the giant column here. Do I just jump off the column up somewhere? Bud. Why is everything gotta be just out of reach, and everything's gotta be just awkward enough, and it's all gotta be just... What? The column was a little confusing to me as a thing. And then now I'm even more confused, having gotten past the column, as to like this seems a little steep, but I know he can do steep when he wants to. Okay. And then it adds a little bit of physics when you grab something. It says, oh, instead of the thing that you're like, you just want to sit and chill, it's just got enough weight on that pot and whatever nonsense that like, I don't know what I'm trying to get to. If this is some weird kind of double jump or something, like it's not. This bald weirdo is not a Mario. It's up off the column there? Getting out of here is weird and awkward. There's some kind of light. I don't know if that's the game looking wonky or if that's an actual artistic decision. Okay, so now that was weak. How do you put that much oomph into it? I had very much of the like cat with the okay, I was like, there is a way to get out of this. There we go. It just requires a lot of flailing. I keep getting tense. I keep tensing up. I'm trying to keep it chill. I'm trying to just do the thing and then just tense up all of a sudden. I think it's the same thing like with my car. When I'll notice that like if I'm feeling tense, it's that left leg. That's like because I have an automatic shift, which I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of manual shifts anymore, but because my left leg is not really doing anything, all the stress goes into the left leg. And that's kind of where I'm at here. Where I'm like, my right arm, or my left arm keeps gripping the desk. Because my right arm is doing the mouse, and I'm standing. So, I just keep noticing that I'm like, freezing in an awkward position. But also, like, I don't know where I'm going from here. Like, excuse me, what? But that's just life. You just keep looking at it and go like, that's impossible. And then you proceed to go and do it. So, that's what we're doing. Like, I think this... I know I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I feel like had it come at a different time of my life, it would have been extremely impactful. And I feel like getting over it here actually will be. Because so much of my life and so much of my creativity and stuff has been like, I'm just gonna try a thing and not like persist. Well, I say that, but even like the streaming here is like I've streamed to nobody for I guess 4 years now. I guess it's been 4 years because it was 2020 something. No, it was I did a stream. I don't think I got into streaming until 2020. Although I did stream a little bit in 2019 just because Borderlands 3 came out. And that's why it's so tempting to do all the Borderlands games again. If I could stop making stuff, I could just be a Borderlands streamer for a while. Like, that's so tempting. I know I did that when Wonderlands came out, and I know I'm going to stream Borderlands 4 a whole bunch when it does come out, but there's that part of me that's so tempted to just stream Borderlands 1, and then Borderlands 2, and then Borderlands the pre-sequel, and then Borderlands 3. I don't know if I would do... Well, probably Tales from the Borderlands, because that one's good. But, like, new Tales... Do I want to torture myself with new Tales again? Probably not. I don't know. If I played all of the other games, I think I would be down for torturing myself with new Tales. It's a bummer that that game is just straight up bad. Like, I know a lot of the Borderlands games are like, there's parts that are good, there's parts that are bad. But New Tales is just uniquely awful in every way. I guess I lied. The art and the character designs actually aren't that bad. But it's a story-based game, and the story is just so nonsensical and... Which, yeah, it's a Borderlands game. It's supposed to be nonsense, but it's like... No, it's nonsense in a bad way that is not Borderlands. It's nonsense in a way that's just unfunny. It's a comedy game that is so unfunny. It is such a miss in so many regards. Which I don't... I never want to be that critical, but... I think it's like the scene where they're just sitting there shooting each other in the face and then healing each other with a magical crystal they know absolutely nothing about. They're like, wee hee 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 hee. The tone was so off to me. Because they did that kind of thing in Rick and Morty, where they were like, oh, look at these two kids that are just killing each other inside of the immortality field. But that's both A, side joke, and B, there's consequences to that later in the story, too. But a bunch of idiots using a healing crystal they know nothing about to heal each other has no consequences. They just decide, I don't know, let's sell this on Shark Tank. It's like, you don't know what the heck this thing is, and it sure seems to be immortality. Which is so funny, because Borderlands has done immortality so many times over. And they're even doing it again in Borderlands 4, where they're like, hey, guess what? Kairos is the home of some kind of... the Timekeeper has been immortal. Okay, is this a good stopping point? It is 10:30. It is well past my bedtime. Ain't nobody around. Even late here, too. I see those roots. I know you do get up to, like, some trees at some point. It's kind of funny, because up to trees. When I'm on a mountain that sure looks like it doesn't have any trees. Yeah, because speaking of outdoor stuff, I've done a lot of hiking. And I'm familiar with the idea of, like, getting up past tree line. Yeah, living in Colorado, I did a few different 14ers as a kid. 14ers being a 14,000 foot mountain. So you get up over tree line. Yeah, I did Pikes Peak as a kid. I also tried doing but I succeeded in doing all 26 miles of going up and down Pikes Peak, but that was too much. I was miserable for 3 days afterward. That was too much. Pikes Peak is pretty. It's a good hike, but I kind of murdered myself doing too much there. Man, it's a bummer, because, like, I was about to say last year, but it's halfway through 2025. The last time I regularly worked out was 2023. And I felt like I was getting a little bit more, I definitely felt better working out more. Not, like, noticeably so, but I think it was also just a kind of an endurance thing of, like, here I am, spending 30 weeks working out 5 days a week. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. It is bedtime and nobody's here. So, do I go to sleep now? This does feel like a comeback a different day. But it seems that I have made kind of permanent progress, possibly. So, why? Why must you do this? Hello. That's really what I should be saying. Am I speedrunning? Speedrunning what exactly? Am I speedrunning going to bed? No, I've been putting it off because I keep hearing fireworks. Am I speedrunning the game? No, this is my first time playing this, actually. Or first time getting this far. I'm 14, no, I'll probably be 15 hours in. Because this has been at least an hour and a half. So I'm 15 hours in, and now I finally got to this point. I was stuck on those weird wonky stairs for a while. But I have made a lot of progress from those stairs. And now I have no clue what I'm doing. So. Crazy? As in, I'm assuming crazy bad to have spent 14 hours to try to get past those stairs. Well, okay, there was a good amount of flailing around with other stuff before I got to the stairs, but there was a good chunk of, like, I think half of that playtime is getting to the stairs and failing, and getting to the stairs and failing multiple times over. So, you gotta believe. I do! That's been the theme for this year here, is, I've been believing in myself a bit more. Yeah, I've been doing better about commitment and persistence, resilience. There we go. That's kind of the keywords for the year. Is to, like, I start a project and then I finish the project. So cool hat. Thank you, thank you. Speaking of projects that I want to start and then maybe finish eventually, kind of, sort of, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I had an idea recently of, like, it'd be kind of fun to do a media share option for, like, it pops the hat off, and then what I'm thinking about is whatever somebody decides to media share. It might be a bad idea. It might be hilarious. I mean, it's probably both, but but the idea of it popping up and the video of, like, Dog of Wisdom plays or something would be hilarious to me. Or some meme or something. Because at least recently I've been joking about, you know, the hat pops off and there's nothing under there. It's just a complete void. There's no brains or a head or anything. What are my thoughts on Minecraft? Well, I put a community goal for playing Minecraft, which just got... Or is there any reason you're asking, or is it just because you have a Minecraft thing? Because I also made a video recently on YouTube for the first time in forever about, well, kind of vaguely about Minecraft, but it was, where's my, okay, you are talking about the video. I said dethrone. I think I was saying kill for a while there. But, back in... Yeah, it's almost at the 800 views. Yeah, it's definitely, like, I was expecting, like, 100. I was not expecting a whole ton of people to, 303! Oh, hell yeah! I am excited about 303. Because I am 33. 303 followers for being 33. Now I just got to get 30 more followers before the end of the year, before I turn 34. So, I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're Big Boss. I'm Big Boss now. Look at me. I'm Big Boss now. Is Big Boss from Metal Gear? I feel like Big Boss might be from Metal Gear. There we go. Hide the game captured. There. If you were asking about Minecraft, yes, I did do a video recently of how to dethrone Minecraft. Which I do like the comment somebody put. They're like, expected it to be about Vintage Story and some other stuff. But what I got? Balls. Oh, okay, you were there for me putting together some of that presentation. Okay, because I'm like, had I seen Vintage Story? Oh, this does look very Minecraft-esque. What was the other game that I guess I could look at the comment there. Oh, Hightail. Yeah, Hightail. And, Vintage Story here. Wow, okay, so that's... So, I didn't know. So what is this one exactly? I feel like I should know what this one is. But also, have I ever done a 24-hour stream? I always say it's going to be a all-day birthday stream. And that tends to be just a 12-hour stream of, yeah, I've never done a full 24-hour stream. Even now, I'm like, it's only barely getting to be about midnight where I'm at, and I'm cooked. I'm tired. This does look like Minecraft in more steps. Have I ever done a sleep stream? I have not done a sleep stream. I've not just like left the stream running while I sleep. Yeah, I've not done the I'm just sleeping or anything. I don't know, that might work out well for me. The the be right back pops up when I look at the or for my stream archive. When I put a stream archive video down, it pops up with be right back a fair amount. And those videos tend to get looked at more than the other videos. Which is kind of interesting to me. Yeah, while you sleep, you can play clips. I don't know if I would want to... Because that would require keeping my computer on to just sit there running the stream. And that hasn't felt necessary to me. Like, and I guess, yeah, if I did a 24-hour stream, then yeah, I could see that making more sense. I gotta redo my channel trailer. I have a channel trailer that I made that it just starts up with an obnoxious laugh, and I'm like, I gotta either change that or move that or something. Wow, there is a lot in this game. This is... Wowie. Wait, so is this... What are the size of the boxes? Is it looks Minecraft-sized boxes, but some of those don't look like... Those look like smaller boxes. Terraria, but 3D. Yeah, I was gonna say, that makes sense to me. That it has that kind of extra detail and stuff to it, as opposed to just being about, like, moving boxes around. Yeah, I'm not a huge Minecraft guy. Which I guess if I just made a video, but here's how to take down Minecraft, that would be kind of known. Yeah, Minecraft's fun, but it's because I've never like done like the end. I've never like finished Minecraft. I got down into the Nether, and then just got lost trying to find a fortress, and then never finished it. Do I know how to do a front flip? I could maybe do a spin with my VTuber, but like me physically, no, I don't know how to do a front flip. I think I've had dreams about doing a front flip, but me personally, I've not done a front flip. I think even like as a kid playing on a trampoline, I don't think I've done a front flip. Yeah, it's one of those, like, I'm just going to answer the question without thinking about why are we talking about front flips. Yeah, I was exercising for a while, but not up to that kind of degree. I think it was mostly just running and cardio. Well, I was doing a fair amount of push-ups and stuff, too. But have I done a backflip, though? I tried it once and kind of landed on my neck and was like, nope, let's not do that ever again. So, I don't know why I decided that was what I was going to do, but you know, when you're young and dumb, then it seems like a thing that's possible. And now, I'm old and dumb, and it seems like a thing that's possible. You know, probably with a lot more exercise and training and restraint and stuff, but... Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I like exercise, but it's just the With all the driving I do for work and then work, just 10 hours of my day is gone. So it's hard to find. Yeah, and then I'm only up for 16 hours, so that only leaves 6 hours left for doing stuff like taking a shower and eating food and doing a stream. I guess the stream is not super necessary, but it's the thing I like doing. So I do carve out time to at least go for a walk, which I didn't do today. I really should have. But I've been a lazy butt today for sure. I got up late. I just watched. No, I got up late. Then I think I watched TikTok for a while, which is not a usual thing for me. Then I watched the Weird Al Yankovic story, which was a good movie, but obviously not a high exercise kind of thing. And then I watched a lot of YouTube. And then I started up this stream, which I guess I did. I did finish some emotes. So there's that at least. This is not the direction I was wanting to head. But, you know, sometimes in life, you, yeah, at least, see, this is still exciting to me. I haven't actually been stuck in this area for a while, so. I've been streaming for 3 hours? No, that's wrong. The OBS crashed and reset. So, I've been streaming for closer to 5 hours. It was 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Eastern Daylight Time? Eastern... No, is it saving? Is it daylight savings time or not? I don't remember it. It's stupid. I hate daylight savings time. I don't like to be a hater about a lot of things, but daylight savings time can bugger off all. that could go away completely. It does nothing but kill people. Who needs to save daylight? Yeah, especially now with the internet. Like, there's no need for whatever silly reason that it was supposed to. What? What in the world is that? What is this? There's a present now? What is this? Oh, thanks. What? There's dynamic events in this game? I've never seen anything move like. I've never seen, like, I guess they have physics objects. Also, it's just a box full of bats. Like, gee. What in the world was that? Yeah, like this. I've seen this hat before. I knocked this hat all the way down here. Also, this is a good indication that I should go to bed. I've lost. No, it's not that I've lost progress. I've gained more game to play. I can play more of the game now. I know that's another line. I'm just approaching the trick shot simulator. It's like, oh, you get to play the game for longer. Yeah, I've gained more game to play. But also, what is that jump scare box? That's crazy. Less sleep, more game? I mean, there's going to be diminishing returns at some point, though. I feel like I'm hitting a second wind here, but it's probably simply because there's somebody to chat with, so. And I hit 303 followers. That is an exciting milestone for me. I did also like the dumb idea of, like, nah, screw 300 followers. Screw 250, screw 275, screw all the numbers that are, you know, the basic numbers. Give me, screw the zeros, screw the fives, give me the numbers that are not those. But thank you for the congrats on 303 followers. Like I said, I'm aiming for another 30 followers before the end of the year, just so that I can hit 303 before I turn 34. Then I guess I'll need to hit 304 Probably, I guess the next goal would be 344 after that. Something like that. Okay, I should sleep. I'll probably call it quits at midnight, so I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. Have I ever fully yelled on stream? Like the shouting that I was just doing about like what in the heck is that box? I've never seen it do any kind of like what but that's about as loud as it gets. I'm not a screamer. That's what I was talking about with the like riding roller coasters and stuff. My reaction is like, "Oh boy, that is a lot more velocity than I thought." That's literally what I'm doing. It's like, "Oh wow, that is in fact a lot of G-forces." Instead of screaming and stuff. It's the same thing with like a haunted house. It's just like, "Wow, that was a good jump scare. That got me good." Instead of like a. It's interesting because I don't think of myself as that brave of a person, but you put me in a haunted house, I'm typically like the first one to go through it. I think part of it is also the like, this is not that scary of an experience for me, so I would rather like just walk. A lot of people just kind of stand and stare at the like, oh, it's a scary thing, and I'm like, let's just move forward. But also, I do push-ups. I just said I was gonna go to bed. I said I was gonna sleep. Now I'm gonna wake up because I'm doing push-ups. Go on, Raymond. Oh boy, I haven't done this in a while. Oh my goodness, I gotta get a wrist brace or something. Ow. Yeah, my left wrist is not strong. And it's like, I don't do anything with my left wrist. It's my right wrist. Maybe that's why it's weak. Okay. But I'm thinking it might be I'm just smashing my hand at an odd angle when I sleep. I know my mom has wrist braces for sleeping, and I'm like, it might be what I need to do. Yeah, I do have a mouth guard now too. So I gotta upgrade myself so that I can survive getting older. So should I have a sit-up redeem? I have a I guess I have a sit-down and a stand-up, but I don't have a sit-up or a stand-down redeem. I don't really know exactly what anybody would want out of a stand-down redeem. But that would be kind of funny to have both a stand-up and a sit-down, and a sit-up and a stand-down. Okay, where's my screen capture at? Oh, I could switch it over to this. There we go. Also, I feel like I just sat down recently, but I will in fact stand up if you. If you're gonna make me, I guess I will stand up. But I also like that hilarious idea of, oh yeah, I can get rid of this. I don't need the emote thing anymore. Because I figured out some emotes. So now here, I do like the idea. I do think it is kind of hilarious to do a... I am making a game. And, even better, I'm actually sticking with it. And, not having any success finishing it, but I've actually been putting effort into trying to finish it. So that's tenacious. I've been resilient. I've been focused, determined. Is there a demo? Why? Everybody wants to play this game, and I have not gotten it to function at all. Okay, instead of trying to figure it out, let's just do... The closest I've gotten is that the physics are broken. So there's this version that I like, but the ball. Well, okay. I don't know if you're also looking at ads here too. So. Oh well, actually, then I'm gonna go use the restroom if ads are running. Okay. And yeah, okay. Mike is good. Yeah, it's just 30 seconds left on the ads. We'll we'll let that run out. Drink some water while the ads finish. What was going on over here? Is a ball hitting the green ball or something? Or the yellow ball with? Why is it turning sideways? Interesting. But yeah, no demo or anything on the game. It's yeah. I was waiting for the ads to finish. I went and used the restroom and stuff, but yeah, no, I don't have a demo for the game yet. I've been fighting with the physics for months. As in, like, when I actually focus on working on the game, the physics has been broken. So there's a good amount of the ball just goes through the bumper and stuff. So the last test that I just did recently was like, okay, let's just let the physics run. Let's try to not do a grid or anything. And it just looks like a mess like that. I don't. So, is there lore to the game? No, not at all. Yeah, this is the direction. I guess Instagram is not great for this photo necessarily, but the goal is to make some kind of Rube Goldberg roguelike, basically. So you would have these flags that would have some kind of goal in terms of, like this one's green balls or something, or wants a certain number of balls, and then figure out a way to bump using whatever objects you get. Gonna add lore? I don't. I'm not a story guy. Like I haven't done games with. I've got like maybe 2 or 3, like that. Like of the 30, 40 games I've made. Oh, I'm thinking. I think I'm sitting at like 39 or something games on my itch.io page, but I've got a couple that are not finished. So I think it's about 40 games. I think I have about 40 games that I've made. And of the 40 I've made, there is This one's almost story-based. But yeah, there's this game that has a story where you run around as a hedgehog doing chores. And then I think there's one other game that's a little more narrative, but but yeah, out of the basically 40 games I've made, I have not done story or lore for like any of them. Yeah, like this one was especially lazy because I think the theme was like root or something, so I just said, "Oh, root vegetables." I thought I had another one that was a little more story based. Oh, I probably do, but itch.io is not showing me all of the jam games. It's got stuff in here that's missing. Yeah, and I keep thinking I gotta go back and fix that. But no, I don't tend to do lore, and I don't think I will do lore for this one. I guess I did add, like, I haven't